Welcome back to the Crypto Clown World channel. It is the 27th of April 2023. I am your host with the honks, Jason Bruce, getting it started this Thursday morning. We're honking on in here. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin today, giving you our daily update. And I won't delay any further here, so I'm going to jump on into that price action. And I think we'll see something pretty interesting here. Okay. So, well, we're getting ready to break this down. I do ask you, please give that like button a honk. And get subscribed to our channel here. Hit the bell for the notifications. We're going to be bringing these videos to you in the future in a timely manner. So right now, what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin, I believe, potentially, is a bit of a diamond pattern. Okay? And diamond pattern can basically signify a reversal. All right? Now, technically, this would be a reversal, and I'll show you why. And it's because we had a higher high here, came down, consolidated, and now we've created this volume. So the hope would be, with this volume being created, that the bears actually capitulated here. All right, so typically when you see these volume diamond patterns, all right, you're going to see the price action bounce to the opposite side where this volume capitulated. Okay, so if we would have seen it move to the upside in a more violent manner, then potentially we would be looking at a breakdown here. But I believe we do have a chance to move up here. We'll see what happens. Obviously, any pattern does have a chance to break both ways. So let's take a look at the measured move for that. If this pattern breaks down this morning, be looking at a pretty ugly low of around 26.3 with this 200 weekly moving average just below that at 25,935. All right, so the hope would be if this pattern breaks out the way I'd like to see it to the upside, the target would be around 31,397. Okay, a few things to take a look at here, kind of consider where we're at with all this. We did come down on the RSI here, came back up above the 50 level. We're on this 1 hour time frame here, by the way. We've kind of just been consolidating at that 50 level. All right, we got tight moving averages here. And if we zoom in just a little bit more, looked like we had some momentum a minute ago, but that may all be getting trashed here. We'll have to see, but we do have our Bollinger Bands tightening up quite a bit. And stochastics are working, or excuse me, the RSI is working just above this 50 level once again. Stochastics RSI is kind of in a neutral territory. Okay, let's come down to the 15 minute. 15 minute looks like it wants to dump on us. All right, so let's see if it gives us a false move, or if maybe even we have to just come back down to this point of control and maybe we'll create a double bottom. Okay, so let's try and remain open-minded. I'm not saying any of this has to happen. I just think there is some potential for it. So maybe we can reset on the 7 or the 15. Then we'll have a chance to bounce back to the upside. RSI just lost the 50 level on the 7 and lost this point of control here. So let's see if how far it has to come down, if at all, in order to reset. Maybe just locally comes back down and fakes out around this 28.3, 28.4, and then we see that movement back to the upside. Okay, so this is really our next volume node here. If for any reason that breaks, we're going to this next one here, which is around where this area is at. And if this 27.3 or so area doesn't hold, then we'll be looking at this target that I just highlighted a minute ago around that 26.3, and then this 200 weekly moving average, which technically we haven't really touched for a while. Okay, I've been above that for quite a while. So this whole formation here, we haven't retested that. And the hope will be that we just stay above that if this is really a bullish type of a move. Okay. So let's see if we can get some other clues here this morning. Let's see what the DXY is doing. And I do like to look at the futures. So it's actually the DX1, the exclamation point. Alright. So I thought potentially we were looking at a breakout. This still possibly could play out. I don't want to say it's totally invalidated yet. Well, we can see there was some volatility here. We were in this tight channel. Swung down, swung back up on the RSI, and now swung back in. And you can see DXY kind of in a bit of a diamond here as well. But this one looks like it actually wants to break to the upside as opposed to the one for BTC. Okay. So we'll have to keep an eye on this too. If that one breaks up for the dollar, maybe going back up to 102. 102 area will get you above all this, and then potentially maybe even create a W pattern here. That W pattern will probably get you back up to resistance, maybe even higher. And then essentially it would kind of be the same measured move as this head and shoulders. Yeah, you can see that it gets you just above resistance. So really we don't want to see that for the dollar. Okay. We don't want to see that for the dollar. Let's take a look at tether dominance this morning. Tether dominance. It's also showing a bit of a diamond here. Okay, so obviously if Tether makes a move to the upside, that's gonna dump Bitcoin and altcoins. And we do still have this 200 daily moving average here, just sitting just above where this price action has been consolidating. Still haven't touched it, so that's something to keep an eye on. This 4 hour looks like a cup and handle. Alright, so let's see what the total market cap's looking like. Saw some volatility here as well. And we do have the 200 weekly and the 200 daily to the downside. And that would take us back below 1 trillion if we were to go back there. 200 weekly held, it would keep us above, so something to consider there. Swing back over to BTC. Just want to see if maybe we were getting some false signals or a false breakdown here. We'll have to see where this takes us this morning. So I think we're going to get a big move. It's tough to say which way. dollar index, the tether dominance is telling us maybe Bitcoin has to dump a little bit first. But I feel like there's not a lot of bearish momentum behind this pattern. I mean, we can look at this here as well. So we're pretty tight in that channel on the RSI. Okay, so typically we'll see a pretty decisive move when we see these types of channels form on the RSI. Obviously this is a smaller time frame, 7 minute, but this can still propel us pretty far just based on the volatility that we've had intraday in the last 24 hours. So that's the picture right there for Bitcoin. If you got any value from that, really do ask you on the way out, make sure that you're hitting the like button and getting subscribed to the channel and hitting the bell for notifications. It's really important to me, folks. I really do thank you for tuning into the video, first of all, but there's definitely been a lot of views and the likes are not catching up with those. So if you're watching the channel, if you got any value out of this, please do hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about what you're seeing here. My name is Jason Bruce. This is Crypto Clown World. It is Thursday. Hope you have yourself a great one, and we'll be catching up with you soon. Take care of yourselves, people.